Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror film reviews, ratings, rankings, and rumors. Now for your hosts, Danny, Joel, and Katrina.
Ooh, yeah, this is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I'm here with Cowabunga. Yeah, Katrina. And we've got Jungle Joel. Oh.
Hey guys, what's up? Jungle Joel. Nice.
Welcome to the jungle.
It's,
Joel.
no
Joel's
jungle
the
in this
jungle.
movie, but okay.
Hey,
There's I feel like it.
All right.
welcome to the jungle. There's
Got
water.
fun and games.
There's
Yeah.
water in a jungle.
There's
Okay,
water in the
yeah.
jungle. Okay,
I don't know.
that's a stretch. It's not the rainforest.
Yeah, I guess the jungles are different. Anyways, welcome to 2024. This is our first review of the brand new year, and we're going to start with a brand new movie. It's the first
Yep.
movie of the year. It is called Night Swim. Yeah.
We're
going swimming.
Got the shirt and everything.
Let's take a little-
Swimming in the winter.
yeah.
Yeah. This couldn't have been
All
a
right,
summer
Joel.
movie. It had to be a winter
Yeah.
movie.
All right. So, who is a part of this one?
All right. So this one stars Wyatt Russell. He is Kurt Russell's son.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in 22 Jump Street, Overlord,
Oh.
which I like that movie. That was pretty good. The show on Disney Plus called Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was in 6 episodes of that. And a show on, Apple Plus called Monarch Legacy of Monsters, 9 episodes. It's a Godzilla King Kong universe that they're doing.
Okay.
There's been like 5 movies and now a TV show. So
Wow.
All right.
yeah, really stretching that world out. Then we got Carrie Condon. She's the wife and mom. She was in Unleashed, the Jet Li movie. 3
Oh, yeah.
Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which was a drama a few years ago. And most recently, she was nominated for the Banshees of Inisherin, which is what came out like last year. It's the In Bruges actors, Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson.
Oh, I thought it was
the,
the Irishman.
no,
Banshee of the Irishman.
no, it's the it's something different. It's Banshees of the Inisherin.
Oh,
Same,
okay.
yeah, same director and writer of In Bruges also, which is
Okay.
a very good movie. I haven't
Yeah.
seen this one though. And then we've got Emily. Emily. There was like an accent over the I. Hoferl. She's the daughter in the movie. She was in the new Hunger Games movie, which was pretty decent, and a short called The Boogie Woman, and a short called Scary Story. So
All right.
this is like
Okay.
her second movie she's done. And this was written by Bryce McGuire. He did the screenplay and the screen story. He wrote Baghead, which I think is a horror movie that comes out this year.
Mhm.
The Night Swim short, which was this was based on the short. Witchcraft Motion Picture Company presents Horror Anthology Volume 1. You did a segment called
Okay.
Night Swim. So
Oh.
Oh.
yeah. And he wrote the upcoming Imaginary. So
Oh.
the other horror movie that comes out
Okay.
in March, I think.
Yeah.
And one more writer, Rod Blackhurst, did the screen story. Did a movie called Blood for Dust, a short called Hysteric, and a short called Baby Girl. And
All
this
right.
was directed by Bryce McGuire, the same guy that wrote this. He wrote Every House is Haunted, which is a short, Unfollowed, and Soon You Will Be Gone and Possibly Eaten, which was a short.
Wow.
All
Okay.
right.
That gives away a lot
Yeah.
for a short.
Possibly Eaten.
Okay.
Maybe not, but possibly.
Possibly. All right. What's this movie about?
So we got a woman swimming in her pool at night is terrorized by an evil spirit.
Really?
A woman?
Okay.
I think that's
That's what it
like a
says.
short.
That's
I know.
what the trailer was.
Yeah,
That's probably what the short is about.
yeah, I think that's the
yeah.
short, but yeah,
That's what it says.
I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad that's what it says. 'Cause
Okay.
that's not really what this is about. So,
No, no.
Okay. Well, you want to know what people think?
yeah,
Okay.
this is not beginning a review, so yeah, I do.
Yeah. So, the tomato meter gives it a 26%.
All
It
right.
is
Yeah.
quite rotten.
Very rotten.
But the audience score gives it a 45%.
Okay.
Still pretty rotten, but yeah, not as. I guess.
Not as rotten. And IMDb gives it 5 stars.
Oh, 5 out of 10. Okay.
5 out of
Mhm.
10. There are 1,899 reviews so far.
So there's not
Okay.
too many.
So not
Yeah.
too many, a little more than
Mhm.
I expected
Hmm.
there to be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this did come out. We are recording this the Sunday that it came out, so that
Yeah,
number
just a couple days
is
ago.
gonna fluctuate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay. Cool. Well, when you go swimming, if you're going to be exercising, sometimes you're going to get dehydrated.
yeah.
that is
So
true.
you need to hydrate. And if you go out and swim in the winter, you might get sick. And I would recommend
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
recommend you get some liquid IV like me. And you put it in your water. Like so. And then you shake it up.
Oh, demonstration.
Yeah. Did you show it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if it's.
And then you shake it up, and it tastes pretty good. It gets you
Ooh, it
some
smells good.
of those electrolytes that you need if you're dehydrated or if you're sick, which can cause dehydration. And I like it because of all the electrolytes that it gives you. It gives you more than what you would get in a Gatorade or a different sports drink like that. So I would recommend that you go get it to help you out with that. And we have a deal for you. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code ScareTalkCode at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code ScareTalkCode at liquidiv.com.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
sorry.
was that, Joel?
I was just gonna say, is it all lowercase letters? Are there
Oh,
any,
that's a
or does
great
it matter?
question. That is a
Capital
great
S,
question.
capital T, capital C.
Okay.
Scare Talk Code.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for checking. We will have the code on. Where is it? On the description of the
No,
episode?
we cannot put the code out there.
Oh,
You have to
no, we
listen to
won't.
get
You
the
got to
code.
listen. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. Listen to him. But it is very, very helpful for you when you're, especially when you're sick.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
It tastes good. So, also, we're starting up our Patreon again. And so what you'll see going forward is all of our episodes will be spoiler free on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those other ones. But if you sign up with us on Patreon for one of the tiers, then you will get all of our episodes with the spoiler section included. And so that's the only place you're going to be able to get those spoilers, the juicy stuff.
Yep.
And you'll get shout outs on every episode as well. And you'll get some bonus episodes that we'll be putting exclusively on Patreon and nowhere else. So look out for our announcement on that and how to get hooked up with that on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And yeah, so this episode, if you're listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube or whatever, Apple, Spotify, is going to be spoiler free. But stick with us if you're on Patreon because we're going to go through all the spoilers as well.
Yes.
All right. Let's get into it. Night Swim. All right.
Night Swim.
Joel, I'm really curious. Me and Katrina have kind of talked a little bit. So I want to know.
Man.
not too much. We've seen the movie twice, actually. So
oh, wow. Man, you really liked it.
We got a pre-screening, so a free pass. That's why I have the shirt. I didn't go to like Hot Topic over this weekend and buy one. They were giving them out to certain people, important people, and so we got to see it then. And then our son's birthday was this weekend, and he wanted to go see it, so we went again and saw it just a couple days ago. So, Joel, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Well, what were you thinking going into it? How did you feel first before watching it?
So it was the first trailer that we got was kind of interesting to me. I think I was the opposite of you, Katrina, where I think you didn't like the first one, you liked the second one. I wouldn't have minded if we just got the first one. Honestly, it didn't give a thing away in the movie, and it made it sound it made it kind of like intriguing, like what's going on with the swimming pool that's that's seems to be like haunted or whatever, but we didn't know what was going on with it. And so I went into this movie with very low expectations because of all the reviews that were coming out about it, and everyone was saying that this is like the worst movie ever. And, well, I mean, not the worst movie ever, but it's I don't want to say the worst movie of the year because it's the first movie of the year. That's kind of dumb. But yeah, people were just like not liking it whatsoever, calling it boring and just not scary at all, which I kind of figured it was not going to be that scary. It's a Blumhouse PG-13 movie. It's, it's not really, I don't know. Blumhouse has been they're basically like M. Night Shyamalan movies. Like, that's just, you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. It's just, there's really no in between there. And so I didn't hate it. It's definitely not going to be the worst movie of the year. Knowing what's coming out, I can already tell you it's probably not going to be on that list. But I will say that if I'm comparing January releases with like Blumhouse, I did like Megan more last year.
Oh, okay.
And none of us mentioned that movie at all in any of our lists. So I don't know if this is going to be mentioned at all after tonight, for me at least. But yeah, so it was an okay movie for me.
Okay. Yeah. And Megan was also PG-13, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So interesting that both movies were like early in the year releases, Blumhouse and PG-13.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's a trend.
I'm kind of with Joel. It was okay. I thought it was okay. There were stuff that I liked. Stuff that it had a original story with the whole haunted swimming pool. We haven't really seen that before. There's this whole supernatural aspect to it that is kind of similar to other movies, but we haven't seen it exactly played out this way. So I'll give you credit for that. As somebody who is not a good swimmer, I did feel some anxiety during some of the scenes with the swimming pool. There was a lot of cool camera work with the pool.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
and some tension there, at least for me. If you're a good swimmer, maybe it like whatever for you. But
Hmm.
for me, there were definitely parts where I was like, oh man, I can kind of relate to that feeling of like, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah.
And so there was some of that. The characters were fine, I guess. The
Hmm.
acting was fine. Um,
Some of the
the
writing was iffy, but it was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
the
writing was
dad,
bad.
I like the dad, like that actor, but
Mhm.
in this movie he was kind of off, kind of, I don't know,
Yeah.
some of his line delivery or some of what he had to say,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
because he was trying to act a certain way, and as we get into spoilers, we can talk about why, but
Hmm.
I just didn't buy it for a lot of it. Um, but I will say, people, I am tired of this whole January movies automatically are gonna suck. Like that's all I keep hearing online. Oh, what
Yeah.
to expect? It was a January release, which I know that there's a history there with
Hmm.
studios putting out movies that they don't believe is going to do very well, and they put it out in January, especially horror films, because
Hmm.
horror is for like summer and September, October,
Yeah.
and but I'm like, do you just go into the movie just thinking that right off the bat, and then you just
And
get
already
your
make a decision on it.
yeah, and so then you're
Yeah.
just validated. And
Hmm.
I think that that's a thought that we all had, like, oh, I don't think this movie's gonna be that great. It's like gonna be probably okay, but I don't know. I see some people, I'm like, what did you expect going into this movie? Like,
Yeah.
why are you so mad about this movie?
I
Like,
know.
it's Night
I
Swim
know.
is not a offensively horrible movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's really not
Yeah.
that bad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's you know, it's a
Hmm.
eh,
It's
okay.
average. It's on. Yeah. Um. It's average. Like especially when you take into account the possession part of it. Like that. That as a subgenre has been pretty overplayed the last
Yeah.
few
Yeah,
years.
Yeah.
And that's our first horror movie of the year is a possession movie. So
yeah,
it's going to be an interesting year. But it's just, and it's, they try to do something different and unique, but at the end of the day, it's just another possession movie
kind of.
and
Yeah,
or haunted,
yeah,
whatever. They did that with Talk to Me last year, and that was my favorite movie of the year. So it can be good sometimes, but it's just, I think for a lot of people, it's just such an overplayed subgenre that they're just tired
Yeah.
of it in
Yeah.
general.
yeah,
Which I do understand, but like instead of going in thinking a movie is gonna suck, like I just prefer going in with no expectations at all. Like this could be good, this could be bad. I don't know.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
just based on the trailer, it's intriguing enough to see it. I don't know if we didn't have this we didn't have this podcast, if I would see it in theaters. Um,
right.
just it just it's an okay movie, but yeah, yeah, it's just yeah, it's an it's an okay movie to me. So
Yeah. What'd you think, Katrina?
Okay. I think I
Can I
liked
turn this
it
off?
better than yeah. I think I liked it better than either of you guys.
mm,
I although so we did see it twice. I think I enjoyed it more the first time than the second time. Because I noticed a little bit more of the kind of weird delivery or um writing. I haven't really determined what exactly the weirdness was, whether it was like the writing or the acting or whatever, but the husband had kind of an it was kind of off.
mm,
And I think he made it hard to buy his storyline. Um I think that it was important. I saw like there was criticism about like how heavy focused it was on the like second part of the storyline versus just the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I won't like mention anything because it wasn't in the trailer, so I don't want to like give away any kind of spoiler or whatever since it's so new, but I saw a lot of criticism about that. I think that that was important. I think the reason why it was so annoying to people was because of how it was delivered by the actor. It just didn't seem, and like I said, I don't know if that was the writing or the acting.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I think that was probably like the biggest downfall for me of the movie. I thought that the camera work was really cool. I thought some of the parts were a little long or a little like much. Like it was like, okay, we get the point, kind of thing. With some of the pool scenes. And like some of the crazy camera work. But I think that it for me, I think it might have felt a little bit like, okay, we get the point because it didn't give me anxiety. It doesn't, I am a good swimmer. It wasn't like oh my gosh, I understand the feeling of like I'm drowning or something. It was like, okay, this is cool camera work. But I think for someone like Danny was saying, then those scenes were really helpful because it helped give the intensity of the movie.
Yeah.
But I thought those were really cool scenes. I thought that the story was actually really original. Aside from, yes, it was like a possession movie. Um, but the backstory of it and like how they tied it in, I
Mm-hmm.
really liked that. So we'll get into that in spoilers.
Yeah.
But I really, really appreciated how they tied it all together.
Mm-hmm.
There were also a few things that we'll talk about in the spoilers that also kind of was like, okay, that was dumb,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't like
So
the end.
yeah, the
I
end
didn't. The end didn't really make
really killed
sense
it for
to me.
me
Yeah,
too.
didn't really make
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
with the rules that they kind of had set up. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't make sense how it ended.
yeah, yeah. I definitely wasn't thrilled with the end. It went down a little bit, and especially with the second watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's my thoughts.
Okay.
Hey guys, I wanted to ask you, why did we choose Zencaster to do our podcast?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is. So we had gone to a bunch of different companies, different sites, and either the quality wasn't great or the pricing just wasn't in our wasn't what we were wanting to pay. But then we went to Zencaster, and the quality was really good, and the price was very affordable too. So we've been with them for about 6 months or so,
Yeah.
maybe slightly less. And yeah, it's been really good so far. So yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I remember when you guys were looking around.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
okay.
what I like about Zencaster is the like ease of it. It's really easy to set up a recording, to invite Joel. We have to invite Joel into the recording, and then after there's like some post production that you can do. You can do some editing after you're done. So it's like an all-in-one type of service.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
why it doesn't take you as long
Yeah,
to do all the editing.
yeah,
Because guys, it used to take him all night. Now he gets it done pretty quick. He does a bunch of episodes all together.
mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay, so we actually have a deal for you guys. If you go to zencaster.com/pricing and use my code ScareTalk, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencaster paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience I get for all my podcasting and content needs. It's your time to share your story.
Yes.
I did not expect to like this movie. Like
Yeah.
like Joel had mentioned, I
Yeah.
did not like the first
Mhm.
trailer. It just seemed stupid to me because it was like, really? Like, what? Why do I want to watch this? Like, and it was like,
You didn't find it at
Joel
least.
said-
Oh, sorry.
huh?
I was just saying, you didn't find it at least a little bit intriguing, like what's going on with the pool and
No,
just
it
like
just was
why?
like, you are being really stupid. Like, why are you swimming in the pool at night? And like, why are you taking Marco Polo so seriously? Because like in the trailer, that's all we're seeing
I know,
is
she
her
doesn't
playing
open her
this Marco
eyes
Polo
when she's like
game.
freaked out.
And she's like freaking out playing Marco Polo. And it's like, dude, it's not that serious.
Just open your
It's
eyes.
not that like in depth of a game. Like, if you're that freaked out, open your eyes. Give up. It's okay to give up. And so to me, the trailer just was like, oh, this is going to be an infuriating movie.
I liked that scene though.
In the actual movie,
Yeah.
I liked the scene.
Yeah.
The thing is I did like the additional trailer because it gave me a little bit more like, okay, it's going to be more of a story than just like some stupid girl playing Marco Polo with her friends.
Of course it is.
Yeah, but it's like, was it gonna be like every time it's like they're playing Marco Polo or something? And I hate Marco Polo.
Yeah.
I hate that game. In the pool.
Yeah, I hate that game too. It's like the clap hide and seek game too.
Yeah.
Conjuring.
Well, and the thing is, though, like part of why I hate it is because it is a very like upsetting game because it's like, oh my gosh, like I need to open my eyes and like not being able to open your eyes. But at the same time, it's like anyone that's played Marco Polo has gotten to a point where they're like, forget it, I'm opening my eyes.
Yeah, it's one
And
of
it's
those
like-
games where it's like, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Within 5
Well,
minutes.
I mean, to be fair, in that scene, she does kind of have her eyes open because we see from her point of view.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she is looking. So
Yeah,
she's not.
the additional trailer did give away like one of the like jump scares in the trailer.
Mhm.
It would have been so much better if we hadn't seen that in the trailer.
Yeah,
that
Blumhouse
was
tends to
annoying.
do that with their movies.
Yeah, that
They
was
tend to-
definitely annoying.
Yeah.
Another negative I just thought of as you're talking about this. The effects were pretty lame.
Yeah, they were great.
they looked kind of. I mean, they weren't horrible, but it wasn't anything scary for sure.
Mhm.
Well, and I mean, I don't know if you can really give the excuse of that's because it was PG-13 or
Yeah, I mean, look at Insidious.
yeah.
Mhm.
So what did you guys think of the score?
I don't even remember. It
Okay.
didn't really stand
Yeah,
out. to me,
honestly, I don't really either.
Yeah.
I do sometimes if
There's a lot of
it's like
water sounds.
obvious. Yeah. if like there's some sound, some music going on that I don't know, I will actually think about after the movie is over, then that's usually when I think about the score. But
Yeah.
there wasn't really anything like that for me with this
Well,
movie.
I noticed a couple times in the movie people commented on the music that was playing.
Oh, like the soundtrack. Yeah,
Yeah.
there were some songs that
Yeah, I
were
guess not
kinda-
as much the score, but
Yeah.
the like soundtrack of it.
Yeah, there were some recognizable songs for sure.
It
And
was
they're like classic rock songs.
yeah, it was interesting
One
to
of them
me.
was about swimming or something. Like
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting because I was like, I wonder why they're making such an emphasis on like the music in the
Yeah.
like
was,
because
like,
I
the
felt like
lyrics in the
music
songs.
was like an emphasis in the movie.
Yeah, certain parts definitely.
And it didn't seem to go with the movie necessarily. It was like, but they really wanted to make that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was-
Look at this. We have a song that's playing about swimming.
Yeah.
Oh, we're watching a movie about swimming.
I've seen a few reviewer like comments about that too, and it's like I don't remember hearing any reviewers say anything about like the end song and Smile when it's the end. It just ends and it's the Lollipop song from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Like That had no place at all in that movie, and yet nobody talked about that one. Like,
Yeah.
why are you just
yeah.
picking on this one all of a sudden? Yeah,
I think because they mentioned it in the movie. Like, I remember she mentioned the 90s playlist or something
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
And then
He's like, yeah, it's coming back. or something
yeah.
like that.
And then I
Yeah.
feel like there was one other time that they like mentioned music
Mhm.
in the movie. And so I was like, I feel like they made you think about the music that
Right,
was
there were
playing.
comments on it.
Yeah.
From the characters.
Okay, the other question I have is, do you think that this movie would have been more well received had it come out in summer? Same movie, just released in summer.
It
Make
really,
more sense with
yeah, as far
the
as
story and the content and the
And I
swimming
feel
pool
like
and
people
stuff.
would be in the mood.
Yeah,
Because you're just not in the mood to see people going and having a swim party
yeah.
in the winter. It's like, I'm freaking freezing. And I came into a theater hoping to get maybe a little bit warm and dry. And then I'm going to sit here and watch you guys having a pool party. I don't know.
the thing with like the whole January releases is the reason they do it, or at least like the reason they used to, is they don't have there's really nowhere in the year that they think that they'll actually make money off of these movies, that they just dump them all in January, because it's like, okay, well, the diehard fans will see it, but that's really all who's going to go see it anyway, the diehard like horror fans or whatever. In the summer, there's so many movies that are out that this movie would probably be buried no matter like what month that you release it in.
I
Yeah.
feel
So-
like I would have been way more interested to see it in the summer.
Mhm.
Like if the trailers started showing in the summer and it was about this like haunted pool and like, I just feel like one, that's like the best part of summer to me. Like that is summer, is swimming and like doing pool parties, you know, doing night swims, you know, like going and swimming at night in the summer. Like that's the best part of Sacramento, is that it's hot enough still to go swimming in the evening and like have the lights on in the pool, and you know, and then thinking about like being in a pool where it's like flickering, you know, the lights are flickering and stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, that would be so scary. But like in the winter, I just don't get into that. I'm not excited about that.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it definitely
Yeah, I think
would
it
have
could have
felt
made a
like,
difference as far as how the movie is received.
yeah.
I think it would have probably had less of a turnout.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just because, like Joel's saying, there's so many blockbusters and stuff. So if people are going to the movies, they're going to go see those movies.
Yeah, but
they're
you're
gonna
gonna
go
get-
see those
you're
types
gonna-
of movies.
And this was very much for like a teenage audience too. I think it
Yeah.
works good
So
for a
the
teenage
teenage,
audience, and it's PG-13.
And so the teenagers are
Yeah.
on summer break and they're all swimming and
yeah,
hanging out with their
Well,
friends.
Yeah.
it's true.
Well,
Yeah.
by the time this comes out on Blu-ray or whatever, it'll be summer. So
Yeah. We'll see how many people watch it streaming.
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think many will, since it's getting so bad of reviews right
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't look at those. But
I'm watching it again in summer
okay.
because I want to see how I feel watching it in summer.
All right,
Maybe
we'll
they'll
watch it
re-release
outside.
it.
I know.
Maybe they'll
We'll watch it
re-release it in the
in
summer.
our pool. Yeah, I know. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we'll put the screen outside, watch it while we're swimming.
At night.
Yeah.
Night-
At night.
Watching night swim and taking a night swim.
Yep. And we'll have lights in the pool. We'll do the whole nine.
All right.
Okay. You know what?
Wait, it's time to give our rating.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Don't-
just trying
don't
to
jump
jump
ahead.
to.
I did not say anything. I just said, you know what?
All right, Joel. Since we started with you, we'll start with you on the rating.
All right. I did say that this is.
You already caught yourself by saying it was average.
It's no. I'm definitely keeping it in that realm. I'm just not entirely sure where I'm putting it.
How
But I have
average is it?
decided in 2024 that I'm gonna be slightly harder on movies because
Yeah.
this movie
Ooh.
last year would have been like an 80 something. I'm sure to me, it's not gonna get that in mind this year.
New year, new Joel.
Yep, exactly. I'm gonna be slightly harder. I'm not gonna be like other reviewers where it's gonna be like a 12 or whatever, but it's it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. By far the worst movie. I'm gonna give this one a 68.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a little below average.
slightly, yeah, slightly below. Just because there's been so many other better made possession movies that we've seen. Possession, haunted, whatever. Movies that we've seen that this is just it's slightly subpar
Okay.
here, so
Okay. Well, Danny's next.
I will go with a 70.
Okay.
Okay.
Get a little higher, but
yeah.
it's watchable.
Okay. I assumed that I would be above you guys, but I'm only slightly above. I was thinking a 73.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So I will be watching it again because I will watch it in summer for sure. And if it wasn't for the second watch, it would have been higher.
Yeah.
And so then that's kind of unfortunate. That's kind of telling.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
watch
it
it
gets
again
worse
and
with-
it starts going down,
Yeah.
then yeah. So 73.
All right, cool. So we had a 68, 70, and a 73. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I think we probably rated it higher than many, many, many others.
Oh yeah. We've
Many,
averaged this out like between the three of us. It's about a 7, or 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between the three of us. So, and on IMDb, that's still a really good score for horror. So
5. Yeah, a 5 is definitely
a
something
5
I'll
is
watch.
yeah.
5 is decent, but a 7, we're giving it
Yeah, we're
Like-
giving it like, yeah, this thing should be winning
one of the
awards.
best movies. All right. Well, you know what? It has been scary.
If you'd like to talk with us more, come on and join our Patreon.
All right. So we're going to get into spoilers for the Patreon members. If you're not a member, go become a member if you want
Join
to hear
it.
the spoilers. Otherwise, we'll scare you next time.